I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like that. Tom Brady, absolutely exposed by former head coach for the Raiders, who Tom Brady fired, in Antonio Pierce. He basically said that Tom Brady would share information and inside intel that he would get from being the Fox Sports analyst. So let's say Tom Brady, he's going to be with the Raiders. He's a Raiders minority owner. And he's going to go call the game for the Packers versus the Broncos. And the Raiders play the Broncos next week. Tom Brady would get everything he could on the Broncos and give it to Antonio Pierce in order to give him some sort of, advantage on how the Broncos are going to be playing the Raiders and their play call, formations, all the intel, if players are going to be available, how long they were injured. He knew all of that because he was covering the Broncos-Packers game. And Antonio Pierce came out and basically said, yeah, Tom Brady would absolutely give me information. And that is an absolute, conflict of interest. But Tom Brady had an initial ban, the crazy part, from the NFL to stop calling games. And then they lifted it out of nowhere. They just swept it under the rug. They said, you know what? Tom Brady, you can get all the intel you want. So they probably have some sort of agreement saying, oh yeah, Tom Brady's probably not even that, involved with the Raiders and the coaching and all that. But you have former head coach for the Raiders saying that he was heavily involved, giving me all the inside information, and he would definitely, get information from his position with Fox Sports and give me everything he knew in order to give me a better chance of succeeding. Even though, yes, I will give that Antonio Pierce was a very bad head coach for the Raiders. They didn't have much success winning. But at the end of the day, Tom Brady gets caught in the booth when the Raiders played the Chargers. So he's definitely involved. He's there with Chip Kelly in the booth, giving him everything he's got. And the crazy thing is, week 2 of the NFL, he called the Commanders game. Guess who the Raiders play next? They play the Commanders. So you already know Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, all the Raiders organization players, everything. You have Brady at these practices. You have him at these coaching meetings. He is giving them everything he got from the Commanders game that he called last week. What is that? What is that from the NFL as well? If this is, there's an active investigation on Brady doing this, how are you going to make him call or, allow him and schedule him, Fox Sports, however that works. If Fox Sports is scheduling that game, right? Because what other game would Tom Brady want than the one that's going to play against the team he has a minority owner for, right? So Tom Brady gets to call the Commanders game, and now they're going to play the Raiders. So the NFL and Fox Sports, everybody involved, should be ashamed of themselves because they are literally allowing this to go down, and they're aware of it because they already gave him an initial ban. Then they lifted it, and now they're letting him call the Commanders game, and then the Commanders play the Raiders. That's absolutely disgusting. How are you going to let a serial cheater, when he was a player, now get away with serial cheating as a minority owner, using his title as a Fox Sports analyst to be able to get intel for the team he owns? Like, what is that? How is that fair to anyone? That's like Tony Romo getting to call all the Eagles games, right? And every time the Eagles play the Cowboys, he goes to, the Cowboys coaching staff and Jerry Jones, and he's like, oh, I know this, that, and this about the Eagles. That gives the Cowboys an unfair advantage. Completely understandable for that not to be allowed. But Tom Brady, hey, it's Brady, man, it's Brady. It's absolutely ridiculous, and this needs to stop. The NFL needs to absolutely cut it out. They have to tell Brady, you either sell your shares with the Raiders or you quit the Fox Sports position, because you cannot have both. Imagine that. Imagine that. Tony Romo getting part ownership of the Cowboys and getting to call all the NFC East games, And then he's going to give all the information of NFC rivals to the Cowboys because they play everyone twice a year. It's unfair. But of course, only Brady gets that privilege. Wow. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Do you believe this is cheating, or is it fair for Brady to have this advantage over everyone else?